Welcome to the REV program. Let's get started while your motivation is high. To get started, let's talk about the Reset Nutrition Plan. The Reset Nutrition Plan has 3 objectives. The first objective is to recalibrate your biomarkers and reverse any nutrient deficiencies. The second is to educate you with our tools focusing on core metabolic influencers such as sleep, stress, exercise, and nutrition. And the third is a Reset and REV nutrition plan that optimizes the building of lean muscle mass so you can sustain any weight loss and health gains in our program. The first part of our nutrition plan is called Reset. The Reset helps you start off strong and get everything moving in the right direction. You can read about the Reset nutrition plan in the book online. You'll find recipes in the book as well, and feel free to ask questions via email or in our private Facebook page for answers. So the Reset Nutrition Plan is 10 days where we ask that you eliminate all junk foods, caffeine, and alcohol. The reason for this is your liver is the main organ that creates enzymes to burn fat, but it also has a very important job of removing toxins in your system. So for 10 days, when you remove all processed foods and junk foods with food stabilizers and food colorings and caffeine and alcohol, all those are toxins that your liver has to process. So when you eliminate those, your liver will become a much more efficient, lean, mean, fat-burning machine and jumpstart you in the right direction. The real purpose of all of this is to get you started and reset your system to recalibrate your taste buds, eliminate toxins, and when you do that, you're going to learn how to nourish your cells with nutrient-dense foods. Also, the 10-day reset plan can be a tool that you can use for the rest of your life to get you back on track. We recommend doing a 10-day reset after a vacation or the holidays when you get off track a little bit and it's time to get back on track. So once you complete the 10-day reset, you can use this as a tool to get you back on track for the rest of your life. You'll find the Reset Nutrition Plan in the book, and it looks like this: 2 to 3 servings of whole grains. Now, there's a lot of information in our book about what whole grains are, and we'll dig deeper at your group nutrition consult. We'd also like you to eat 5 to 8 servings of vegetables, half raw and half cooked. The reason is that there are live enzymes in raw vegetables and cooked vegetables, so it's important that you get a balance of both raw and cooked. These live enzymes help nutrients enter your cells, so it's very important that you get these nutrient-rich vegetables into your system to recalibrate you. We want you to keep a handle on your servings of fruit. We recommend 3 servings a day and 1 serving to be berries. We also want you to get plenty of lean plant-based proteins, and beans are a great source of proteins. Research has found that people who eat 2 cups of beans a week reduce their risk of all cancers by 30%. Also, we want you to get plenty of nuts and seeds, which are a great source of plant-based proteins as well. We ask that you get 1 to 2 servings of healthy fats, such as olive oil. Also, you're allowed 4 to 6 ounces of lean animal proteins per day. So that's about 1 to 2 ounces at each meal in moderation. Learn how to treat your lean animal proteins as a condiment to your meal and not as a main course. It's really important that when you get started on this reset program that you understand that our goal is to improve your metabolism as well. And when you do these things, your metabolism will improve when you follow our guide. Things that you do that affect your metabolism and keep it from running at a high level is skipping meals or restricting calories, not getting enough sleep, and also overeating before bedtime. We ask that you keep a handle and make a journal on your stress and get moving. Also, exercising too much can stress your body too. And we want to make sure you drink plenty of water. We recommend 72 to 96 ounces of water per day. Now, you can really find out if your metabolism is improving by the amount of bowel movements and times you have to use the bathroom. When you have a slow metabolism, your bathroom trips are going to be a lot less. So let's get started on the right foot and prevent your metabolism from going too slow by following our guideline in the Rev book. Online, you also see a lifestyle scheduler. I want you to print this out and fill it out and post it. Research has shown that when you post things up, you're more likely to follow them. We want you to eat at regular intervals so that your metabolism stays high and strong. We want you to have smaller meals, tapering towards the end of the day, and getting the bulk of your meals at the beginning of the day. Now, I'm not a huge stickler for big breakfasts because sometimes I have to work out in the morning and I can't eat a big breakfast. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to train very hard. But because I ate a small breakfast and I went to the gym, I know I'm going to be starving earlier. So I plan ahead. I make a big lunch and I eat it a little bit earlier. So still my bulk of my calories is at the beginning of the day. So I want you to use this tool and make it work for you. We want you to keep your meal intake within a 12-hour period. So if your first meal is at 7 a.m., your last meal should be 7 p.m. You should allow for 12 hours at night for your stomach to rest. It's ideal that you don't eat continuously throughout the day. Studies have shown that to improve the sensitivity of the hormones that is secreted by your abdominal fat, you need to space your meals 3 to 4 hours apart. So ideally, we want you to practice this by planning your meals in advance. I always like to encourage everyone to have a snack between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. This helps keep your metabolism high and your blood sugars level so that when you get off work or drive home at 5 from work that you're not starving and you don't rush home and just stand in front of the pantry and eat chips, or you're not tempted to drive through a drive-through and eat something unhealthy. So it's important that you plan each meal and understand your snacking schedule so that you plan ahead and you have something healthy in your car, at your desk, or in your purse. It's all about planning ahead to be successful. Now, we're not asking for perfection. It's about consistency. And a lot of people say, well, planning is stressful. Well, I always like to tell them that planning helps remove stress because once you've planned a healthy snack, somebody can put a milkshake and french fries in front of you and you're fine. You're not going to eat it. You're not going to be hungry. Skipping meals is so detrimental too. It increases your liability to overeat or binge. So it's very important that you learn to eat at regular intervals. If possible, walk after each meal. Maybe it's a short 10 to 15 minute walk. And research has shown that even a slight 10-minute walk improves your body's ability to use up the sugars in your food and help keep your blood sugars level for better blood sugar regulation. We ask that you drink plenty of water. Water helps improve nutrient absorption and digestion, as well as moving these waste products from your metabolism out so that you can have a lean, mean, well-running body machine. We ask that you get plenty of sleep, and 6 to 8 hours of sleep is ideal. We ask that you also sleep and wake at the same time, even on the weekends. This regular schedule keeps your metabolism going strong. It's so important that you understand the importance of sleep. At night when you sleep, is when hormones are balanced and produced. If you have a hormone imbalance, sleep is going to be one of your best friends to help regulate that. At night when you sleep is when your body builds muscle. At night when you sleep is when your body burns fat. And at night when you sleep is when your body removes waste products built up in your brain during the day from walking, talking, texting, driving, all those things. When your brain works on a high efficiency level, there's a byproduct that always is left. And at night when you sleep is when those byproducts and waste products are removed. When you don't get enough sleep, it leads to early dementia and Alzheimer's disease. So at your very first appointment, your biomarkers are reviewed, and the doctor will go over some prescription medications and vitamins and nutraceuticals as needed according to your biomarker elevations. At that visit, they'll also talk to you about some nutrition, and you will be advised to watch this video. And please find on your online patient portal, you'll find all these tools that will help you get started in the right direction. We want you to start out by getting some activity and start walking. Ideally, we want you to get about 10,000 steps a day, but it's important just to get started. And a 30-minute walk is about 2,000 steps. So if you can squeeze in a 30-minute walk twice a day, that's a really great start. We want you to start thinking about setting some health goals for yourself, and you can discuss this with your provider. We want you to also get excited about being active. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle is about being active and not get caught up in the heaviness of thinking that it's always exercise. Try to find something fun and call it training. It's very important that you understand the importance of exercise because it plays such an important role in blood sugar regulation, your pancreatic health, your cardiovascular health, and also the building of lean muscle mass, which is the best way to maintain and sustain your health. So, a lot of people have joined this program to lose some weight and feel better. And we do not talk much about counting calories in our program. It's because I feel that it causes more anxiety and fear around food. So we teach you a sustainable way to eat that is fun and that you can do for a lifestyle. This is for a lifetime. This is not a diet. But for you to understand weight loss, we want to talk about responsible weight loss. Ideally, for 1 pound of weight loss a week, it's a 500 calorie deficit per day. But instead of asking you to reduce your caloric intake by 500 calories a day, I guide clients to reduce their caloric intake by 250 calories and then walking for 30 minutes for the additional 250 calorie burn, which is equivalent to a 500 calorie deficit. So 250 calories is like moving a snack out of your daily routine. Also, filling up on nutrient-dense, plant-based foods and proteins. When you fill up on nutrient-dense, high-fiber, plant-based foods, they're actually 20% less calorie-dense than animal proteins such as meat, dairy, cheese, and eggs. When you learn how to embellish your meals with more plant-based foods, you're going to meet that 250 calorie deficit because those types of foods are 20% less calorie dense, and that's where the magic happens. I don't want you to reduce your caloric intake by too much because that affects your mood and your energy. And we want you to feel happy and motivated to get up and walk. Or if you have some sort of previous injury or pain in your hip or feet or legs, you surely can get on a stationary bike or go swimming and do some light aerobic activity that doesn't hurt your joints. But the whole idea is to get started. So there's a lot of good and bad weight loss strategies, and I've outlined some here. So we want you to start eating balanced meals, eating at regular intervals, adding some more physical activity, drinking till 72 ounces to 96 ounces of water. We also want you to eat till you're 80% full. And a lot of people don't even know what that feels like. And to start out, I'd like you to start leaving the last 2 bites on your plate. And instead of cleaning your plate, leaving those last 2 bites and then reevaluating. Do I feel 80% full? And the next time, practice leaving 4 bites. And asking yourself, now, am I 80% full? Do I need 2 more bites? So it's all about self-control and using some self-discipline. Things like this don't get easier, but the thing is we get used to it and we get stronger and better at it. And that's what I want you to start practicing doing. We ask that you reduce your snacks to 1 snack a day. And instead of focusing on calories, I want you to focus on nutrition. Nutrition is so important because once your cells and muscles get all the vitamins they need, they're going to work a lot more efficiently and your metabolism improves. I also want you to make sleep a priority. Because when you're sleeping, that's when you're building muscle and burning fat. These are strategies I want you to memorize and start practicing every day. As you get better, in a few days we're going to meet for a group nutrition, and then you can field your questions with me. You can surely email them or ask me on your private Facebook page. Other clients who are in the REV program will see your questions. But the thing is that maybe that was a question they had as well. So feel free to ask whatever you need, and I'll answer you within 24 hours and address your questions right away. So there's several fat burning strategies that I'm going to share with you and that we'll discuss further at our group nutrition. But we've talked about spacing your meals apart to improve leptin and adiponectin sensitivity. Those are hormones that are secreted by your abdominal fat. We also want you to reduce your animal protein intake by 2 to 4 ounces and keep them to 1 to 2 ounces per serving per meal. Often people eat too many whole grains and it's easy to overdo eating whole grains. So we ask that you keep your whole grain intake to 2 to 3 servings a day. 1 serving is 1 slice of sprouted grain bread, or a half a cup of oatmeal, or a half a cup of brown rice. As you can see, the servings are small. It's important that you don't eliminate your whole grain intake entirely. And we'll go into more detail about that. But one of the more important reasons is that whole grains have trace minerals and vitamins that are essential to keeping your metabolism strong. Another fat burning strategy is to start adding some resistance training. And in your patient portal, you'll find some exercise tools, and we want you to choose a few core exercises to get started, and start with 15 minutes a day. Ideally, we want you to build up to 150 minutes a week, but get started and find 3 core exercises to start out with and add them for 15 minutes a day. I like to encourage clients to walk after meals. And ideally, it would be great if you could walk after every meal, but we realize that's not possible unless you're retired or you don't work, right? But if you can sneak in a walk for 10 to 15 minutes after lunch and even after dinner would be a great time to get out and start moving. That's going to help you feel better, improve your metabolism, and your body's ability to burn fat. We want you to eat smaller meals at night, and it's essential that you learn to eliminate all added sugars out of your diet. That might be your first step. Decide on what your first and second goals are, share it with your provider, and write them down. So this is the exercise tool you will find online. We want you to get started in strengthening your core and building lean muscle mass and improving your flexibility. On this handout, you'll find interval training, some resistance training to get started, and some ideas for aerobic activity. I hope this helps you, and please feel free to ask any questions at any time. So after you get started on the Reset program in a few days, we're going to schedule you for a group nutrition consultation. In this group meeting, I'll take a deeper dive into your nutrition program. I'll answer any questions and concerns. I'll also give you tips and hints on cooking shortcuts. I also will talk to you about healthy pantry items and substitutions you can start adding once you complete your Reset program. I'll also talk to you about grocery shopping, and I'll describe our weekly grocery list worksheet and how I want you to start using that. I really look forward to talking with you again at our group nutrition, and I hope this information was helpful for you to get started. I'm so excited to have you in our program. Thank you so much, and talk to you again soon.